Okay, so here we go with another Power Rangers unboxing. And in this video, it's Megazord time. Today we have another unboxing, and this one, yes, it's Megazord time. We have some awesome Megazords right here, and yeah, let's jump right into this. Super happy to have these ones, and as you'll soon see, these are some really cool ones. Very happy about these, and we do even have some instructions, which is really cool. So yes, we got some Dino Thunder ones. Okay, this is going to be really cool. Very happy to have these Dino Thunder ones, so this is pretty cool. Wow, look at that, super shiny as well. So yes, first up we have the blue Triceratops, or Tricerazord. I love the designs of these ones, they look really nice, and as you will see later on, the Megazord transformation is really cool as well, so yeah. The blue Triceratops Zord. Actually did last year get to meet a couple of the Power Rangers Dino Thunder cast, the Blue Ranger Ethan, and also I got to meet Trent the White Ranger as well, so yeah, they were really cool, and yeah, it was a pleasure talking to them. So actually getting to have these Megazords is pretty cool from the show. In my opinion, in Dino Thunder, I think they have some really awesome Power Rangers Zord designs, and honestly, anything dinosaur themed I think really does look and work great ever since Mighty Morphin. You gotta love some dino power, right? You can see we've got the T-Rex's head right here. We'll show you the transformation in a little while once we've got the rest of the pieces out. So we have part of the main. So we have right here some of the main actual piece of the Megazord, so show this off. At least everything is really nicely wrapped up to protect it, so that's really good. Okay, so yeah, there we go. The rest of the T-Rex, or most of it anyway. I think we're missing the tail still. It's really cool. I love the colour choices for Dino Thunder Zords as well. I think they just look really nice. Yeah, we have that, and so yeah, this piece does attach onto here, as you can see, and then kind of like locks into place on that side anyway, to form part of the T-Rex. So we'll quickly do it into the actual Tyrannosaurus mode. So this all opens up, as you can see, and then you can fold out these pieces. Now this piece kind of, if you can see, clips around like that. And then these pieces of the legs kind of like are on a hinge, so they fold up. So yeah, those are both locked into place, as you can see. We have the legs. Now I just need to find the tail. Aha, here we go. This looks like a tail. So quickly get this out and show this off. Alright, so yeah, there we go with the tail piece. I love how it's got some of these nice chrome plated pieces. That looks really nice, much like as you can see on the Triceratops as well. Got the nice chrome plate in there, so yeah, so this should, if you kind of lock it into that position, clip this in, there we go. Got the T-Rex, as you can see. I can just about get it on in the camera with the box and everything. Pretty awesome. You can even like open the mouth and everything. Looks really awesome. Got the little teeny tiny arms on the T-Rex. Rawr. And it's supposed to have this spin feature on the tail as well, where like this entire piece would like spin around. It has this little switch on here so you can flick it on and off. I'm gonna quickly go and see if I've got some batteries to put inside of this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got some batteries in. Let's flick the switch and test it out. Hopefully this works, right? Alright, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. Kind of like the drill tail on there, which is pretty cool. So that does work. Yeah, we've got the drill tail right there. We'll leave the batteries in for the moment, so when we transform it into the Megazord mode, we can actually give this the full test, because it does actually use the drill tail in the Megazord mode as like the weapon as well, which is really cool. So we're going to set that guy over here. Awesome, and we do still have to find the Yellow Ranger Zord, the Terrazord, the Pteranodon, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, here we go. This is the Yellow Ranger Zord, so let's get this out. Awesome, there we go. And as you can see, it's complete with this piece, which is what goes on the head for the helmet. So yeah, pretty cool. And these look to be in very nice condition as well, which is always a really good thing. But yeah, there we go. We've got the Pteranodon looking really cool. Very good condition all of these Dino Thunder Zords are, so that's really cool. Have to pull out a bunch of these other ones. I think we're going to take out all of this stuff first and then transform these into the Megazord mode, because we have two complete Megazords right here. First up, we're going to take this out, which I'm not sure which part this is, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, here we go. This looks to be part of the Drago Zord. I had the Morphers when I was younger, but I never like had any of these Megazords or stuff from the show, so this is pretty cool. So yeah, the Drago Zord just looks really cool. Once you get this all transformed and all together, it's gonna look amazing. So yeah, some more pieces right here. So some more pieces of that Zord, the White Ranger Zord from Power Rangers Dino Thunder. These look to be the wings. So let's see if we can put these together, put them into place like that. And then we have the feet, and I fold those around. I'm very limited for room right now, but yeah, as you can see, looks awesome. I'll give you some more better shots when we get all of this box and stuff out of the way, but yeah, I think this color scheme just looks really awesome for this. So yeah, the Drago Zord. We've got this one right here. I think this is the Dimetrodon, which also goes with the Drago Zord, the White Rangers Megazord set. So saw blade on the top of it, which is kind of cool. I'll show you later on, but this kind of transforms into a big weapon that goes on the Megazord as well. The final item in here. This is the final piece of the Megazord that we need for the White Ranger. And the final item that is actually in this box, so we can quickly get rid of this out of the way so we can actually have some room, which will be nice. Okay, so yeah, this right here is the final piece of the puzzle that we needed to transform the White Ranger's Megazord. Because I believe that these plates kind of move, yeah. So maybe it does actually use batteries in some way. I'm not sure exactly how. I'll have a look maybe another time if I could figure out how to get these working. I'm sure there's kind of a battery compartment or something in this. Not sure where. But yeah, let's get transforming these into the Megazord modes. Okay, so let's start things off with this Megazord. So to transform this, we're going to start by moving these pieces down into place. So locking them in like so. Kind of this piece should just sort of sit in place. We can kind of put it here. But yeah, we can kind of fold all of these pieces down, and then these, you can either keep this piece up like this, which I'm pretty sure it's supposed to stay there, but it's, as you can see, it's pretty loose. But you can also keep it down in this position as well, so I'm probably going to do that. Next, this piece kind of have to move it into position and unclip it. Then the arms will kind of like fold away, like so, kind of go underneath. And you kind of spin this around and lock that into place there. And then this piece spins around to kind of form the arm, like so. It has the drill arm, which I will show off again in a little while. Next thing you have to do is take this piece of the head and kind of move that around like this. So we'll leave it like that for the moment. We'll take the Yellow Ranger Zord, and we need to remove this piece, which becomes the helmet later on. And that kind of, I think, goes like, kind of like that. And then this little clip on the back, so it would go into that piece right there. And then these little bits, and if you can see there's like little pegs on the top that will go into those holes. So you kind of push them into place. Awesome. For the Triceratops, pretty simple. Just fold in these two legs, and then the back two legs. Pull off the head, sorry. And then this tail piece also does come off as well, so you're left with it like this, with these separate pieces. And then you have this piece which forms the arm, so like that. And then that forms the other arm, so really cool. I do love the design of this. I think it looks really awesome. This, which pulls out, so yeah, that kind of makes a nice little shield. But you can even take this arm piece off and clip that in, so that you can have a shield and a sword, which is pretty awesome. So you can have, you know, in either way you want, really. So yeah, there you go. We've got like a shield and sword mode, which is really cool. But obviously we're missing something right here. Yes, we're missing the head. So we need to fold out this piece right here, which reveals the head. And then before you actually lock this in, you need to kind of push that back, lock this in, and there you go. You have the little head piece, which you slot this piece onto, like so. And then there we go, we have the helmet that goes on top. Really cool. So yeah, you can actually have the sword and the shield like that, which is pretty cool. Or you can also just have it like this, because I really do like this mode. It's got like the drill for the weapon. I think that just looks awesome, because it does like this drill attack in the show, which is just so cool. And I mean, that's just like an awesome weapon, right? And obviously, yes, you can actually turn this on so it will go spinning into action. Obviously, as you can see. Like so. And you can do the spin attack. But yeah, an awesome Megazord and another one for the collection. We're going to set you to one side for the moment, and we're going to transform the next Megazord. So I'm not really sure if this piece needs to come off for the Megazord mode, but yeah, we're going to leave that for the moment. Ah, that's what I was going to do. Okay, so just before we transform, I'm just going to quickly, there we go, take the batteries out of this one. As we're going to need those for this Megazord. As you can see, if we take, I can get it off. There we go. We take the battery compartment off. On this one, I did discover that it does actually take batteries, as you can see. So hopefully that will work. We're going to test this out. Okay, so let's try this with the batteries in. Awesome. It does work. So yeah, the scales on this really move. Awesome. So yeah, pretty cool. But as well as that, it will actually run away if you're not careful. So come back here, and we're going to turn this off. But yeah, this piece next also is one of the pieces for the Megazord. I believe it's like one of the arms. But we're going to start things off for the transformation of this Megazord. these pieces are supposed to be folded back like that for the Megazord mode, as you can see right here. That's kind of what it's going to look like. So, okay, instructions we're going to need you. So these pieces come out like that, and we're going to set that to the side. These pieces actually of the wings will become the legs, so these kind of fold around like that and become the legs. So those should slot into the bottom like that. I think that's the right way. Yep. Okay, so we have the legs right there. Mostly complete already. A very simple transformation by the looks of things. Okay, so these actually do become the arms, and they go this way around like that. The arms like so. Pretty cool. You can even like bend them as well, which is pretty awesome. We've got some articulation, which is nice. And this is even supposed to become like one of the weapons. This piece which folds out like so, and then you can kind of put it in the hand like that. There we go. And he's got his kind of staff weapon, which is pretty awesome. His spear. And then obviously, yes, these pieces on the head. I will quickly take this off. If you look, to complete the transformation, yes, these pieces do fold out to reveal this Megazord head. And I think the Megazord head on this looks really cool. Definitely the side view, it does look quite, you know, wide. Definitely does look the best from the front. And yeah, you do also have, like I said, this pretty cool weapon that goes into that hand, like so. So yeah, pretty cool. We've got both of these Megazords like that, side by side, looking pretty awesome. Check that out, that looks really cool. And you can combine this with either of their Megazords, but if you will quickly have a look and transform this into the weapon mode, take the arms back like that, and it kind of should like lock into place. I think that's correct anyway. But yeah, if we take off this arm, we can put this one in place, like so. And then I think it can go on, it can really go on either side, really, it doesn't matter. Then if we switch this on, amazing, it does actually work. Look at that. So you can have this saw blade going as well. And then obviously the back spines will go and do their thing as well. But yeah, check that out. That is so cool. And switch it off. Awesome. The Thundersaurus Megazord and the Dino Stegazord. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing showing off these two new Megazords to the collection from Power Rangers Dino Thunder. The deluxe Thundersaurus Megazord and the Dino Stegazord. Really happy to have both of these, especially the White Rangers one is so cool. I never had these when they came out, so it's just cool to see them in person. And all of the different features that they have that you can play around with. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please remember to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned for plenty more unboxings, reviews, maybe even some more Megazords in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Dino Thunder, power up!